Woo! Carrie's another rock star. We got a bunch of rock stars in here. This is exciting. All right, guys, we'll get started. Tonight, we're going to talk about contagious wellness and why it's important to be contagious, okay? Because it actually is. Let's get started, though. I'm glad you guys are online. I do want to mention for those of you that are online, this will be the last week that we do a live check-in on Facebook Live. So everybody that is starting the program at this point has started live. And y'all, really and truly, the reason that we really want you here in person is we've monitored the results. Y'all, I've told y'all I have my little spreadsheets I keep, right? And through COVID, we coached online. We did it virtually, and that's great because it beat not doing it at all, right? And people got good results. But what we found is they had so much harder time sticking to it, staying on point. They weren't getting the same kind of results. They were getting good results. They weren't getting great results. And they were struggling because they weren't getting the support. It's hard to bond with people. I had someone in, Diane was in here earlier. Diane's down 80 pounds. She's maintained it. She's a year in. And she was talking about how exciting, how awesome the program is. And she said, I'm so glad to see y'all are meeting together again. She said, because these people online have been missing out. They've missed out on the connection and the community and the support that all the people in the past have really benefited from. So we really want you guys here in person. So we are going to continue we're going to do one more night of Facebook Live. And then after that, we really need you here in person. And it's for your benefit. I'll be honest with you. It's easier for me and Kaylee to just stream it live. Seriously, we would much rather, I can sit at home in my pajamas and it does not matter. And we can stream it. It's easier for us, but it's not better for y'all. So as much as I would like to be lazy and take the path of least resistance for me selfishly, for y'all, we're gonna sacrifice our Monday night. We're gonna work harder because it's important to us that y'all get good results. That makes sense. So thanks for being here. Thanks to all you guys that are here. We're excited to see you. All right, guys, let's get going. My clicker working. There we go. Okay, so. Just want to remind you, I've had several of you. I've had some people camping and some people at Disney World and some people at the beach. So y'all are going all over the place, and I love seeing people get out and live their life again. Just be sure when you're traveling, take your scale, right? And then we had, who was it? We had one person that said, I have my scale, but I'm in a tent. So it doesn't work. And that's awesome. She got an A for effort. So take your scale, guys. You want to be able to stay on track. Allison just got back. She spent a week in Disney World, took her scale with her. Y'all, she lost and maintained. She did great the whole time she was gone. And having that scale and being able to weigh in each day mentally helps take some of that burden off of I hope I'm not messing up, because you always worry about that when you're traveling. So take the scale with you, give yourself that, because y'all know when you worry, what happens? Cortisol rises, right? And it slows us down. So take the scale. Don't worry about it, okay? All right, guys. Who here, I don't know, do we have any of, who's on day one? Do we have anybody? You're on day one? Yeah, okay. And Jennifer's on day one. Awesome. Hey there, come on in, sir. If you guys, if you ladies don't mind, grab your phone and make a picture of the screen. This is how we want you to send your numbers in going forward, okay? And Kaylee or Sharon one will drop a copy of this in your group so that you guys know how to send your numbers in going forward. But what we need is just say, for instance, today you're on day 5. Then you would say, I've completed 4 days, so 4 days complete. This is my daily loss and my total loss. We need both of those numbers, okay? And that just helps us to keep you on track. Welcome. Glad you're here. It just helps us to keep you on track and to make sure that you are losing an average of half a pound or more per day, okay? So if you can help us out, and like I said, Kaylee, if you pop that in the group for them, the October 19th group, and then that way you guys will know how to send it. Now, here's the cool thing. I know it's a lot to type the first time. You can literally copy it and then paste it and then just update the numbers each day. Way faster than having to type it out every day. Okay, so there's a little cheat for you. Okay, so we're going to do my favorite part. We're going to go around the room. I need each of you guys to think for a minute. Okay, I want you to think about where we're at. Tell us what day you're on, how many pounds you've lost, and give us a victory, okay? Something you've encountered this week. Give us a victory. Those of you that are on, I know we've got a few of you that are on day one. You don't necessarily, you may have weight loss from over the weekend. I don't know that anybody had huge weight loss, but I think we had some. But if you didn't, that's okay. Tell us why you're here and what you hope to gain from the program, okay? What is it that you're hoping to benefit from? Why are you doing the program? Hi, guys. Y'all come on in. We're going to get another chair here for you. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start in the back today. Let me grab my mask just so I've lost. Oh, here it is. I've lost it. Okay. All right. We're going to start back here. All right. Hey, Miss LaShonda. Well, here, we'll start Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, we're going to start with you. Go ahead.
So,
welcome, Carrie.
Thank you. So, this is, I have no idea what day I'm on. I'm on year 2.
Okay.
And so I am here for some motivation to get kind of back on track, because COVID definitely was not good for me.
Right.
But I've kept about 30 pounds.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us a victory.
Oh, I mean, I'm still off all my meds, still sleeping great, still drink all my water, still have tons of energy to keep up with my kids.
Yeah. And we're going to talk, never mind. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. I'm going to talk about you in a minute, okay? But here's another victory. You're here.
I'm here.
Good for you. Okay. All right.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm on day 40, and I've lost 26.2 pounds.
Awesome. Give us a victory.
My victory is my granddaughter had a birthday party this weekend, and they had cake, and we had a big pancake bar, and I resisted it all. Thank you.
Rock on. And Sharon has just moved down to listen to your body, so she's going to add all the good stuff back in. Those of you that are online, please participate. Please go ahead. Give us your name. We're not going to know your name. Never mind. Tell us how much you're down and give us a victory, please. Y'all participate, okay? And share with us. All right, Miss LaShonda.
I am on day 29 and I'm down 23.6 pounds.
Awesome.
And I guess my victory, I'm in Scrubs 5 days a week, and the uniform shop had a huge sale this weekend, $5 for everything. And I was not afraid to buy the next 2 sizes smaller.
Good for you.
I know eventually I'll get
that is a victory. Good for you. LaShonda just joined Listen to Your Body too, so you're getting to add some good. I heard you making your list of good foods to add back. So awesome. All right. Hey there.
Hi, I'm Beth. I'm looking at my phone. I'm on day 14 and 15.2.
Wow. Fantastic.
And the victory is I got rid of my big clothes because I'm going to be smaller.
Rock on, girlfriend. That is a victory. Good job.
Hey, I'm Angela. I'm on day 15. I'm down 9.7 pounds.
Awesome.
The victory is I'm getting into the habit of just going to the produce section and the meat section in the grocery store and leaving.
Staying out of those middle aisles, right? Yeah, where the fake food is, right? I know people kind of laugh that we say real grocery store food, and they're like, what do you mean? Well, we mean food God made, not food that the chemist made, right? That's in the middle aisle. So you're shopping the real food. Good job, Angela. Hi, guys. So you both are on day 1, right? Awesome. So just tell us real quick, tell us your name and what you hope to gain. Why are you doing the program? What are you hoping to get out of the program?
Becky Lee, and I want my migraines to go away.
Nice. Yeah, it'll happen. Hang in there, girlfriend. All right. Hey there.
Matt Lee, and I'm trying not to die.
Okay. We would like for you not to die. So we've got health issues we're needing to get rid of. Just a few. All right, buddy. We're going to hook you up. Okay. Thanks for being here. Hey.
Hey, I'm Julie. I'm on day 1. I have lost 0 pounds. I realize I don't have a lot to lose. However, I feel like shit all the time. And I think everybody can relate to that. Doctors can't figure out why. I've been diagnosed with chronic fatigue for years and years, and just test. And this is just my next thing to do.
Girl, this is okay. So how many people?
Really high level of stress. And my job is nearly like it's almost unbearable sometimes. So, and I have a young kid, and so I think this is going to help. If I only lose a few pounds, I'll be happy, but I just want to feel better.
Talk to me more. Remind me about stress, and I'm going to give you some tips tomorrow, okay? How many people here felt like bleep when you started the program? How many people here? Yeah. How many people that have been on the program for a while no longer feel that way? Yeah. All right, hang in there, okay? We're gonna get you there. Hi, sweetheart.
How are you? Idania, and I'm on day 22 at 14.7 pounds. I slowed
Nice.
down a
That's
little
okay.
bit.
It happens. All right, give us a
Um,
victory.
Oh, victory! I had to take care of the sick people at home, and I was cooking their meals all last week, and I had to stick to my healthy, clean eating.
I bet you feel better than they do.
While smelling. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
While smelling,
Yeah.
bacon and all that.
That's okay. It's okay. You'll get bacon back. You'll get it back fast. All right, Miss Jennifer, tell us why you're here, honey.
I'm just here to try to feel better.
Okay. All right. All right. We're going to hook you up. Okay. Hey there.
Hi, my name is Mila, and I am on day 120, and I've lost 40.9 pounds, and I've many victories, but the very special one was last week. We spent a weekend at the beach, and I packed a cooler full of snacks for me, and I didn't eat any of the many things that were offered to me during that weekend.
Good job for you. I'm proud of you, Mila. Awesome. All right. Hey there.
I'm Jocelyn. I'm on day 63, I think.
Okay.
I've lost 14 pounds. My biggest victory for the past month is I've just maintained.
Okay.
So I'm happy
Yeah.
with my stress. I'm happy I've maintained.
All right. Been struggling with it a little bit, huh? All right. Good job. Hey there.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm completed day 28 and I've lost 18.8 pounds.
Awesome.
Biggest victory is that I'm trying to buy a house, so out of state. So I had to make sure that I had my food prepared so that I was not trying to go to the convenience store.
And you stayed on track.
I stayed on track.
Good job, girlfriend. Good job. All right.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm on day, I got a sheet here, 252, which is about almost 8.5 months. My total weight loss is 108.8, and I'm almost to my total zone or total pound loss.
Yeah.
Sorry, which is 110. So I'm really close. I'm just right there. So I'm kind of in the maintenance, almost ready for maintenance mode.
It's going to taunt you for a minute. So
I know it
good
is.
job.
It's trying.
I'm proud of you, Allison. All righty.
I'm Denise. Day 355, I think. And we came because Carrie was at church and I watched her shrink and asked her what she was doing. My victory is over the last year. My dad just passed 2 weeks ago and my mom passed 2 years ago. And through that whole situation, I was able to maintain and change my lifestyle, and I haven't taken ibuprofen since a year ago.
Right. So. Awesome. So do you mind sharing too? So their daughter Courtney came. Oh, he's going to share. Oh, excuse me. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. Here you go.
I'm Greg. I'm also on day 355. I'm down 92 pounds, maintaining at that weight. A big victory for us this past week, 2 weeks. I mean, like Denise mentioned, we just went through a very difficult end of life situation with her father. Our eldest daughter got married the same week. Youngest daughter, excuse me, 2 days after the funeral. We had a wedding, and so we managed to get through that without actually gaining any weight, despite all the cortisol, which I'm sure was up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And our middle daughter, who was married a year ago, exactly a year ago, has always had problems, and the doctors have told her that she shouldn't expect to ever be able to have children. She's also does 20/30. She lives out of town, and lo and behold, I'm going to be a granddad again.
So, isn't that also? So she had PCOS. Her doctors had said she would never have children, and imagine her surprise. So congratulations, number one, on the grandkids, and that's super exciting. And congratulations, Courtney. All right, super proud for you. Hey, Miss Kim.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm on day 22, and I've lost 14.6 pounds. And I guess the victory will be I'm no longer tempted by any snacks in the house for the kids.
Good for you, girl. All right, rock on. Hi there.
My name's Alex. I'm on day 8. I've lost 15 pounds, and my biggest victory is I quit smoking.
Good for you, girl. Yeah. She quit smoking and is losing weight. So she replaced one bad habit with the habit of caring for herself, right?
I think cooking is really consumed. I'm consumed to make the food taste good.
Yeah.
So that's consumed most of my time.
Good for you. I'm super proud of you. Awesome. Hey.
Hey, I'm Danielle. I'm on day 159 and I'm down 52.4 pounds.
That's so good, Danielle.
Thank you. I think my victory this week is that I've had some what we call hiccups. They're not mistakes. There's
Mhm.
hiccups, but it didn't derail me. I just got right back on track and,
That's
and
right.
just kept moving forward.
That's
So,
right. It's not all or nothing. Just do good job. Glad to see you. Hi, sweetheart.
I'm Amy. I'm on day 126 and I am down 27.6 pounds. So my victory this week would be that as I'm slowly introducing things that I was kind of scared to introduce, like sweets and things,
Yeah.
I have self-control.
Nice.
I'm not having like the need to eat more. Like a small portion is enough to satiate that need. And then I'm like, okay, moving on.
That is a victory. All right. Good job. Give a big round of applause to yourself. Good job, y'all. All right. Kaylee, do we have any people online that are sharing? All right. So, hi, Kathy and Karen, and hopefully Paris is there too. If you ladies don't mind, please share. Okay. So, super exciting stuff, guys. Lots of good numbers. Each week we hear about weight loss, but we also hear about health benefits, right? I mean, Courtney being able to, to have a baby. We have a lot of people that are off medications, that are feeling better, that are sleeping better, that are living better. How many of you guys have health benefits so far? Yeah, give me one. Oh, our thyroid's better. Yeah, absolutely. Give me one. Lower blood pressure. Awesome. Who else over here? Allison. Yeah, no more blood sugar meds. All right, right here. 1 week. 1 week and migraines are better. Who said? So back there, trying to get rid of migraines. 1 week, her migraines are already doing better. Hang in there, girlfriend. It'll happen. Did what? We'll hope so. All right. No UTIs. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah. No acid reflux. Okay, so those are just a few of them, guys. And the thing is, the longer you stick with the program, the longer your list gets. I mean, Greg, I know his eyesight got better. My eyesight got better. Fibromyalgia goes away, joint pain. I mean, there's so many benefits, y'all. And then we move on to lifestyle benefits. And that's where you really start enjoying life, right? Because right now, when we feel like crap, we do a whole lot of sitting, doing nothing, watching TV and watching our life go by, right? Because we don't feel well enough to participate in life. But once you start feeling better, all of a sudden it's a whole new wide world out there ahead of you. And y'all, that's really what we're shooting for, because that's what's going to motivate you to keep this off. Our goal is to teach you contagious wellness. Contagious wellness means spreading the ability to think, feel, and do well from one person to another. Okay, so we're spreading it. We're passing information. We're sharing, and we're helping other people. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. But y'all, lifestyle is what's going to help keep the weight off and keep you feeling fantastic. And plugging this into your life and teaching it to others is what creates permanent lifestyle. Number one, because you build your own support system, if nothing else, right? But also you're maintaining that information. Y'all, we go over the ladder every time you come. First time you come, when you come and you hear information, you have a 40% retention rate, right? If you take the time to write it down, do y'all have clipboards? I don't see clipboards. No clipboards. Uh-oh. Okay, so Kayla's going to throw some clipboards together super fast for you guys. Okay, so when you write information down, you have an 80% retention rate, okay? So you got to make notes. Once you take those notes and you start practicing it and living it, guys, you have a 160% chance of retention. And once you start speaking it and teaching it to others, your retention rate goes up to 400%. And the thing is, the higher up that ladder you get, the more likely you are to keep the weight off for good. So here's the thing. We have people who come here and do the program, but they're like, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I don't really want anybody to know I'm doing this. Why would you say that? What are you thinking probably in the back of your mind if that's your mindset? Not going to work. You're afraid you're going to fail. Yeah, absolutely. So your belief system is not working very well, right? What do you think your odds of achieving results are? Probably not real good, right? So you've got to be willing to own it. You've got to be willing to speak it. So here's the thing. I want to show you this, y'all. So here's Greg. Woo, isn't he pretty? This is Greg. 90 pounds down. Greg, so Greg, you said before you started this program that you used to come home from work, eat dinner, sit on the couch, snooze, and then go to bed, and then get up and then repeat the next day. Go to work, come home, eat dinner, sit on the couch. And you had no quality of life. I'm pretty sure you said there wasn't really a whole lot to even look forward to because I felt like garbage, right? Greg's life changed. Look at this dude. Now he's out. He's kayaking and hiking and fishing and hunting and doing all the things that he enjoys in life. His life changed. Now then, look at this. Here's Miss Denise. Okay, 35-pound change. Denise was doing the yoga and doing all the things that she thought, she knew to do right. And yet it took balancing her hormones and getting that weight off. Here's Allison. Okay. Allison felt terrible when she started the program. In fact, Allison won the program on the radio station. And y'all, she broke our hearts when we read her story and where she was in her life at that point, because she did feel miserable and she has 4 children to take care of and she was doing it on her own and she was struggling. Life was a struggle. And it makes us so happy to see her every day thriving and enjoying life. Now, here's the thing. Y'all all know that they won the Contagious Wellness. They're all getting to come bungee with Donna Cratch this next week. So, woo, we're super excited for them. But here, what I want you to think about, if you think it doesn't matter that you're contagious, you are so wrong, okay? Because I want you to look at this. Carrie, stand up. Please, sweet Carrie. Please, sweet Carrie. All right. Carrie came in here. You can stand right there. You're good. Carrie came in and did the program, what, 2 years ago? 2 years. Okay. 2 years ago. She did fantastic. People at church started noticing. People at school and at work started noticing and going, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Y'all have no idea how many people have came because Carrie was contagious. Because she shared, she said, y'all, this is what I'm doing. When we said post on Facebook, she posted on Facebook. And guess what? Her friends were going, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I do this? So guess what? 2 of her friends, Denise and Greg, came because Carrie was contagious. Have your lives changed as a result of doing the program? Just a little? Just a little? So Greg, I'm going to quote what your doctor said before he came in. You want to tell him? Okay, his doctor said you're too old to be this fat and you can't get any younger. That was his heart doctor, who was concerned because things weren't looking too promising for Greg. Okay, so Greg came in with a prescription from his doctor because Carrie told them about the program. They came and did the program. He's off of his testosterone. He's off of most of his hormones. He's off of his blood pressure medications. I mean, his life has transformed. Is retirement looking fun now? Looking fun. How about you, lady? Yes. So life is different for her. And now then, because they were contagious, we have tons of other people who have came and joined the program. They have a new life. A new baby that's going to join their family because they shared, because they were contagious. Why would you want to keep that to yourself? What if Carrie never said a word? I mean, I can count. I'm thinking there's probably at least 7 or 8 people that I know of that came because Carrie shared. And probably almost that many or more because of these 2 sharing. Y'all think it doesn't matter? It matters. These are lives. These are people. And their lives are different because someone cared enough to share this program with them. So I'm just going to put you on the spot, y'all. Grab your phones and share. Make a difference. Change a life. Y'all check in, post down there and say, ask me how I've lost this many pounds in this many days and have. Carrie, I know that's one of the ways so many of her friends got in here because she always posted. And her friends said, I want to know how to do that. Okay. So y'all do that. Grab your phone, check in, share this information. We are going to draw prizes. So Sharon's making prize packs. You get pretzels, pudding, and a t-shirt, I think, for sharing. So we will pull a list of those who share tonight, okay? But y'all, share with people and make a difference. Seriously, I mean, there are lives that you're not just changing, but saving, okay? All right, so hopefully in front of you now, you have a Contagious Wellness card. As we go through the lesson, make notes on anything that you hear that is a benefit to you. Maybe you're going to hear something that makes you think of a friend. Share it with a friend. We have friends bringing Contagious Wellness cards. And that changes lives too, okay? All right, guys. So how many of you are on medication right now? Anybody who's on meds? Okay, so several of us. All right. So As you've heard, people who stick to the program, follow the program correctly, they get off of their medications because they reach a high health state. The goal of just about everybody on this program, I would hope, how many of you guys would like to, first off, how many of y'all love taking medicine? Anybody? Anybody in here who loves choking down the pills? Nobody. Why would you want to stay on the meds, right? That's craziness. So the goal, I hope, of everybody is to get off the medications, right? So as you follow the program, y'all, your body's going to start healing. Your body's going to start changing, and you're going to be able to start coming off of medications. So what we want you to do is to start paying attention. Pay attention to the symptoms that you are medicating right now, okay? And as they start going away, then we need to start weaning off the meds because we don't want to continue medicating anything that we don't need, right? Because then we just create other problems, right? So that being said, you need to communicate with your doctor. We always encourage you, when you come for kit pickup, we always tell you right then, especially, if you have blood pressure meds, blood sugar meds, a lot of these things, talk to your doctor right now, let them know what you're doing because your blood pressure is going to start dropping. That's the goal. We want it to get lower, right? Your blood pressure is going to start dropping. Talk to your doctor, come up with a plan to get off the medication. Okay, so that when that starts happening, we get off of it. All right, so when you're on blood pressure meds, guys, within the first week to two, you probably are going to see your numbers start dropping. And the cool thing is, here's the reality. Your body does not want to be sick. Our body is sick because we've been force feeding it garbage for a long time, and probably because of the stress and other things that are going on in our life, right? But our body wants to be well. So when we take the things away that make us sick and we give our body the things that heal us, it gets better really fast. Okay. So we've had people whose blood pressure just like totally dropped within the first week, and like to the point they almost blacked out. They had to adjust their medications. Their doctors were tickled to death to adjust the meds, though. They were excited to get them off the medications, right? So talk to your doctor right now. If you're on blood pressure medications, reach out to your doctor right now. Let them know you're on this program. Let them know what you're doing, and just say, hey, and here's the other tip. Start charting your blood pressure right now, okay? So every day when you weigh in, chart your blood pressure. Because when you call your doctor and you say, hey, my blood pressure is really low today, I think I need to change my med, you know what they're going to ask you to do? They're going to ask you to chart your meds. So don't wait because it's already dropping. So start right now. When you write your weight down each day, check your blood pressure and write it down. That way, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, when you call your doctor and go, hey, my blood pressure is getting really low, here's my history. Okay, maybe even chart it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And in that way you can say, look, this is my history. This is what's going on. They'll cut the meds. You're going to feel better when they do so. Okay. All right. If you're acid reflux, if you're on any type of acid reflux medications, y'all, typically within the first 2 to 3 days, you can get off of those. Because if you're eating clean, as long as you eat what you're supposed to, acid reflux goes away super fast. Okay. All right. Blood sugar. Your blood sugar is going to balance naturally. Now, you take insulin to keep it, regulated because your body's used to you eating things that throw it out of balance. But when you're eating the way you're supposed to eat on this program, Allison, how quickly does your blood sugar get in line? Pretty quick, right? So Allison, again, on meds, her doctor was even giving her you have to lose a minimum of 10 pounds in 30 days or something like that. Okay, so in 4 months, 10 pounds in 4 months. Okay, and so like you lost 15, what, in the first week or so? Yeah, so she exceeded that in 1 week. Okay, blood pressures dropped. her blood sugar dropped super fast. She got off that med. Okay, she got off the medicines. So you don't want. It's really funny. I had an older gentleman in the program a while back, y'all, and his blood pressure blood sugar started dropping, and he started like spooning peanut butter to get his blood sugar back up. We're like, no, cut your medication. Don't. The goal is to get off of it, right? Why would you eat to maintain your medications? Why? Okay. I'm going to chug salt so I can keep taking my blood pressure meds. Why? That doesn't even make sense, right? So the goal is to get off that mess. So when your blood sugar starts dropping, don't freak out and think something's wrong. Say, hallelujah, something's right. And cut the meds back. Talk to your doctor. They'll help you adjust it, okay? All right, if you're on any type of hormone medication, within 2 weeks, guys, it levels out. Greg's an example. Greg, within 2 weeks, Greg was dropping weight like crazy. I mean, he was just melting. He lost like 15 pounds in 12 days. And then all of a sudden, boom, he stopped losing. For 3 days in a row, he did not lose. Finally, on day 3, I said, all right, Greg, we got to figure out what's going on. Let's talk about your medications. And he told me he was on an estrogen blocker and a testosterone supplement. And I said, I bet I know what's wrong. I bet your testosterone is it's healing itself. It's adjusting itself. You're producing testosterone again, and now you're over medicating. So he went and had lab work done. His doctor was stunned. He'd been on the medication for over 15 years. His doctor was stunned. He said he wanted to take him off of all of it, but he was afraid to. So he just dropped it down to just a little hair, just a little tiny bit. I mean, 2 weeks, y'all. That's how quick. And as soon as we adjusted his meds, weight started falling back off again. Started just coming right off. Same thing with women, progesterone cream, same thing's going to happen, okay? If you're on antidepressants, anxiety medication, anything like that, that's all hormonal. It's your serotonin, dopamine, all of those. So that stuff will also start balancing within 2 weeks. Now, you may not be able to get completely off of your meds within the first 2 weeks, but I bet you money you can start dialing it back a little bit because all of that stuff starts correcting itself, okay? So it's real important. Pay attention to your body. Okay? Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't wait till you black out to contact the doctor. And we don't want to arrive in an ambulance and go, my blood pressure is lower. Okay, we want to know it ahead of time. Okay. You guys have any questions about health issues or medications? Anybody got any questions? No? All right. Y'all, I'm going to start asking you to ask me. Mila, ask me a question. You're going to have to talk to me a little bit here, okay? All right, guys, let's talk about food. Each week we have fun with food tips. So hopefully you are visiting the Facebook page each day for meal ideas, and hopefully you're using your recipe book, right? A lot of good recipes in there. This is one of my favorite meals, y'all. It's the hamburger salad. So make you a good, juicy hamburger patty, okay? Remember just to use the low-fat sirloin like is on your food list, but put some spices and stuff in there, chop up some onions and whatever, put in that, make it taste good, okay? Grill you a burger, a big pile of lettuce, throw on some chopped, onions and tomatoes, and then I like to chop the hamburger patty up and just sprinkle it on top. And then I know this sounds weird on a salad, but seriously, trust me, it's good. Take mustard and drizzle it over the top, and then take the homemade ketchup that's in the cookbook. Don't use your Heinz. That stuff's full of sugar. Use the ketchup that's in the cookbook and drizzle that over the top. And if you make the pickles in the cookbook, chop some pickles up and throw it down there. Don't use your pickles in the refrigerator. There's so much salt, you'll bloat like a Macy's Day balloon, okay? So don't do that. But anyway, the hamburger salad is really good. And so if you're grilling out, maybe this is a good one if you're having company and you're like, hey, we're going to grill out burgers. It's super easy to do this salad and enjoy it, and you don't feel like you're being cheated because the hamburger salad is really good, okay? So try it out, y'all. It's awesome. All right, so if you like coffee, of course, the flavored stevia drops are really good. We do have French vanilla. We have hazelnut. My favorite, of course, is the English toffee. We even have peppermint cookie, and we've got a lot of good flavors. Just put a few drops of this in there, and it makes the coffee taste awesome, and you don't have to do the flavored creamers, okay? And then I've had some people, they're like, I will never go back to using regular creamer again because it's good, okay? All right, Kirk, do we season our food? Yeah. So Kirk's first week on the program, he thought he was not allowed to use seasonings, and he hated his life pretty much. And then he came back the next week, and we talked about seasonings, and he's like, are you kidding? And so then he thought he was like Master Chef with all his little magic basket of stuff, and he was sprinkling it all on there and making some delicious food. So use your spices and seasonings, okay? All spices are fine, like individual spices. Well, most of them. Read them. Make sure it's the pure spice. Some of them do have fillers in there. Some of them do have sugar in there. Some of them have things in there. Make sure your spices are pure, okay? Blends are hard to do because most blends start out with salt. And a lot of times it's just the cheap table salt, which we do not even want to look at a box of cheap table salt, okay? Only sea salt, but most spice blends start out with salt. That means no, okay? If there's salt in your spice blend, make sure it's at the very end, like one of the last ingredients listed, because y'all know it's there. They list them in order of volume, right? So the one that's the most is first, the one that's the least is last, okay? Just pay attention to your blends. Make sure there's no sugar listed in the blend, and make sure there's no salt, ideally, okay? Mrs. Dash has a great line of low sodium or no salt added blends. Just read them because a few of them do have sugar. Like the Chipotle has sugar, so don't grab it, because just that little bit of sugar, y'all, it'll stall you and it'll frustrate you because you can't figure out what it is because you think you're using the right seasonings, okay? Stay away from seeds. I had someone who used poppy seeds one night. She was so proud, made, fried chicken tenders in the air fryer for her and her husband, and they both were up like 1.5 pounds the next day, and I was like, what's going on? And they had put poppy seeds. Did y'all know that 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds has like 50 grams of fat? That was crazy. Okay, so it totally threw their hormones out of whack. And it was so funny. He was so mad at her. He's like, I told you not to do that. Okay, so seeds are not spices other than celery seed, okay? But like poppy seeds, oh, shoot. I just went blank. Sesame seeds, all of those are no. Okay, so pay attention to those. All right, yes, sir. Did you have a question? Okay, scratching your head. Any questions about food? How's everybody doing with food? We good? Tell us some favorite to throw out. We've got several new people in there. Some of y'all oldies. Danielle, what's one of your favorite recipes? The chili? Okay. Yeah, okay. And where did you find the chili recipe? On the Facebook group? Okay. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Who all thinks Danielle needs to post her recipe? Okay, so we just volunteered you to share. It's chilly weather, Danielle. It's only fair, right? Mila, what's one of your favorite recipes? Roasted asparagus. Okay, and that's in the cookbook, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Good for you. Awesome. How about you, Amy? What's one of your favorite recipes? Unstuffed cabbage? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. The unstuffed cabbage is in the cookbook. The cool thing about the unstuffed cabbage is you can season it lots of different ways. You don't have to season it like they have it in the cookbook. You can season it like spaghetti. You can season it like taco stuff. You can season it like, there's lots of ways to season it to turn it into something different. Some people put the spinach in instead of the cabbage, but it's in the cookbook, so that's one that you do want to try. Carrie, what's one of your favorites? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. How about you guys? Awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you don't want to cook or you have a hard time getting all of your meals prepared, you can order from Kathleen. So I'm going to give you the website. Make a note because you have to order online, okay? But if you'll go in there and order by Friday, they will drop it off on Monday so that you can pick it up when you come for the check-in meeting, okay? So it's Kathleen Catering. Is it Kathleen's Catering with an S? Yes, Kathleen's with a K, Kathleens, Catering, Huntsville, HSV, right? HSV.com. It's actually a he. He bought it from his mom. No, it's okay. It belonged to his mother, but now it's Chris. Kathleen hangs out, but she doesn't really participate. Yeah. I think that I think a little bit of both. Like they do the egg roll in a bowl. That one was kind of in the cookbook. But then he does some other things that are just things that he's done. Okay. So Kathleen's Catering, hsv.com. If you order by Friday, then you can pick your meals up on Monday. Okay. And the food's good and you can eat it and stay on track. Yes, sir. Awesome. That's right. Yeah. So you may see like $14.95 for a meal, but it's 2 servings. Okay. That's cheaper than you can go to Burger King. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad y'all brought that up. Thank you for reminding me. I meant to mention him today. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. All right. So hopefully some of you new people are writing notes because they gave you some good meal ideas of things that you might enjoy. All right, guys, each week we're going to talk about different hormones because here's the reality. You are not doing another low calorie diet. You've done low calorie diets your whole life. You don't lose 20 pounds or more in 30 days doing low calorie. We've tried, right? The only way that you're going to lose weight, y'all, is if you keep your hormones balanced. And the way you keep your hormones balanced is by sticking to the food list and following the program correctly, okay? Every time you eat off plan, just like when she put the poppy seeds on their chicken and she had all that fat, threw their hormones out of whack, y'all, for 3 days. Like, I thought Chris was going to kill her. But 3 days, it takes your body that long to recover when you have one bite of something off plan. So don't do it. Don't sabotage yourself like that. Yes, ma'am.
And I didn't know what it was. And then thinking that like Flavor God, they said low seasoning, and also Layla Lee said low salt and everything. And I tried those 5 days, stalled out. So I lost 5 days and I'm on day 22 because of
That's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why, guys, it's really important to read the ingredients list. I'm going to give you another tip. Those of you that are new, you pay attention because you're going to be asking, I promise you. When you go to look for crushed tomatoes, y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Because who all had trouble with this one, right? Okay, so when you go look for tomatoes, whether it's canned, whatever type of canned, crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, whatever, when you're following a recipe in the cookbook, it says sugar-free, right? No sugar, low sugar, sugar-free, whatever it says. And everybody looks at the nutrition info and freaks out. And they're like, I can't find a can. Okay, guess what? God put sugar in tomatoes. So if you're looking at the nutritional info, there's going to be sugar. You always read the ingredient list. That's what we're talking about, not the nutrition. Okay? Ingredient list, make sure it only says tomatoes. Most organic brands are only tomatoes. Okay, so just that's a little tip so that when you go to make your unstuffed cabbage or whatever and you're freaking out at the grocery store, ingredient list. But the same thing with the spices, ingredient list. Read those ingredients because they will jam you up. And you know, you've got a 30-day program. 30-day program. Kim lost 20%. 20% of her program burned because of spices. That's frustrating, right? But now we know, right? So, all right, so pay attention, guys. Little things. And you would think something that insignificant wouldn't matter, right? But how much drops do you take a day? Think about that. You're taking 5 drops under the tongue to reset your entire endocrine system. 15 drops a day. If we can fix your whole body with just that little bit, then just that little bit can throw it right back out too, right? So now eventually your hormones, once we get them balanced and we can get them to stay balanced for a minute, then we can start adding other things. But we got to get them there first. And we got to get them convinced they need to stay there first, right? That first 30 days is critical, y'all. You got to stay on track, okay? All right, so your thyroid is one of the hormones that we're trying to fix. I have a lot of people come to us and go, hey, my thyroid's messed up. But a lot of times it's really not the thyroid. Really, it's just your other hormones are out of balance. I know Amy was having thyroid issues, but it probably wasn't her thyroid that was dysfunctional. It was getting the other hormones out of balance were causing the thyroid to not function correctly. And that's typically what happens. And as we balance those hormones, that thyroid starts working correctly. And so when it gets out of balance, when your insulin's out of whack, okay, and that happens because we like to eat a lot of sugar, we like to eat a lot of carbs, and that throws our insulin out of whack. So if we can get the insulin balanced, the thyroid's going to straighten out. Your thyroid regulates everything in your body. Okay, so if it's not working, it's going to throw everything out. Remember when we were talking about cortisol, progesterone, estrogen dominance, and you know how when cortisol gets really high, it throws your sex hormones out of balance. I'm guessing because you have a lot of stress. Yeah, that's probably what's going on with you. Okay. So we're going to work on getting that cortisol under control. And again, please remind me that we need to talk about that. Okay. But the thing is, guys, that we've got to keep the hormones under control. That's also why exercise is not really a great idea during the first 30 days. Not a whole lot of it, because it's spiking that cortisol. In order for the hormones to balance, we got to keep everything level. Okay. So when your sex hormones, when all this stuff gets out of balance, it does cause your thyroid and your DHEA to crash as well, and they end up with a deficit. Okay. So that being said, it's really important to know the right kind of exercise to keep your hormones in balance, because the hormones, most of your hormones are regulated by food, but there are two that are affected